All right, guys, so welcome back to another video, and this one's getting, this is going to be a special one because things are kind of heating up for Video Game Christmas, E3, and we have some expectations and I guess like semi-predictions, but in all objective ways to look at this, I feel like this E3 has the potential to be the best one in a long time. Just because of how many games are coming out. And exciting on a lot of fronts, because you got Nintendo kind of heading into their second wave of the Switch. And then you got Sony with probably the last hurrah of PS4 titles coming out.
Last one or two.
Yeah. Well, I'm five.
There's some rumors. We'll talk about the rumors.
Yeah, we'll go, yes. But, and then what's going on with Microsoft? Are they going to bring our attention to it? Because, frankly, full disclosure, we're not big Microsoft people, but we always have an open mind. Anyway, so let's start off with what we're all excited for, which is Nintendo and their Direct that's happening on that Tuesday at noon, I believe.
12th at noon.
The 12th at noon.
Eastern time.
That's right, yeah. So, Nintendo, I feel like that, they've had a stellar year. They're probably at the highest level they've been since, the middle of the Wii, I would say.
Yeah.
And it's exciting, and now's their opportunity to kind of bring it with what's on the horizon for the Switch. And I know that Harrison's really well versed in this stuff, so what do you think about Smash? They got to show it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's confirmed it's playable on the show floor, right?
Yeah, we're filming now. They just talked about the online service being added in September. They gave some more information about that, and I still think that since it is going to be playable at E3, why wouldn't they not release that game when they release the online service? Kind of to get people interested in the online, because I think that people playing that online would make a lot of purchasing of that.
I agree. It's going to be a hell of a stress test, a hell of a network stress test.
Yeah. Which might make you think they might release it a little later.
They might.
Yeah, because this is kind of a bit of a new frontier for Nintendo.
For sure.
Even though this standard in gaming has been around for a very long time.
They've always been a little bit behind the curve.
They have.
Online.
They've always had amazing top shelf games, but as a console business, I feel like they're always a little step behind, and now they're kind of almost caught up completely. So, but yeah, Smash, we're all excited for that, obviously, and what's it gonna be? Anyway, so Metroid Prime 4, what do you think? Do you think they're going to show it? I feel like that they should.
They have to show something.
At least a teaser.
I think a teaser, you can count on a teaser for sure.
Yeah.
But gameplay, I'd be surprised to see that.
I feel like it would be a teaser, not gameplay, but I don't know.
Yeah, because it seemed middle, late last year, soon after they announced it, it sounded like from the leaks or the news or whatever you're going to call it, that it was just starting to be put together, and they were it was disclosed which company's working on it, all that stuff. So that's another one we're excited for, and I know Harrison likes this opportunity, but Pokemon, what's going to happen?
I don't know. I'm super excited because I keep hearing different rumors about it, but everything is rumors, so I'm not really taking anything with a grain of salt. Just really hoping that it comes out, or they at least have a release date. I'm hoping it's going to be this year, but that's really being, I'm really hoping for a lot of things. So, and I've heard that possibly a reboot of Red and Blue. So you'd be going back to Red and Blue. So it'd be an updated version of the first game.
For a guy like me who hasn't really played any Pokemon games since that first generation, that would be quite a hook.
That's interesting.
That would be a hell of a hook.
That's a good idea too. I kind of like that.
I think it would be a cool way because people who are that mainly played the first one, that could get them back in. I don't know. I think it'd be a cool way to bring back Pokemon from the first game that people maybe have forgotten. But I think a lot of those are super popular.
I still think that this needs to be their Megaton drop.
So I was going to ask, do you expect to see a lot of Pokemon at this year's E3? Because I feel like Smash might take a lot of the glory.
I honestly have no idea. I feel like they should. They have a huge booth area. And it'd be easy to put Pokemon in one of those corners or something, or have a whole thing dedicated to it. But
if Pokemon's next level and they do show it, I think it will leave a huge impact.
No, absolutely.
You know, so like
Yeah.
I think that they already teased Smash, so we can expect it, but this will be like maybe a bit bigger of a bomb drop. Well,
Yeah, because I also don't know if it's going to be like a Nintendo Direct or like a Pokemon Direct. Because they have both, and I'm not sure which one would actually fall under. So.
Excuse my dogs. They're rambunctious this evening. Anyway, so like Pokemon. I still would lean more towards they will show something than not. Now, like, is Bayonetta 3 coming out this year, or is that like? I mean, that's probably a long shot.
You might see Bayonetta 3 because they pumped out the Bayonetta 1+2 collection. You would think that they'd want to time that within a certain window to kind of keep the hype alive and keep the interest in the game alive. So
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be too far flung out in the future.
I would say like early mid next year, maybe.
I would think so.
Yeah.
If not later this year, but I would think early next year.
Mhm.
And with them doing that Bayonetta 1 and 2 and then having 3, I'm really also hoping, I meant to say this when talking about Metroid, is that it'd be awesome if they brought back some of the Metroid Prime games as like a little like trilogy that you could play on the Switch to get people hyped for Metroid 4. Now, that'd be really cool.
While we're still on the topic of Nintendo, have they talked at all about having a similar service to like what PlayStation Plus members get with like monthly free games? Is that something?
Well, they
that
just announced their service actually this past Monday.
Yeah.
So,
So it's
You
not
get
very
some
early
nice-
stages.
it's $20 for the year, right?
$20 for the year. You get like right now you get 20 NES games that you can play. It seems like a Netflix type thing where you can just play them. I don't know if we still need to know more. Like they've talked about 10 of them that are coming and they sound fun, but there's still 10 that they haven't released, and maybe those could be SNES. I don't know because they early on said it was going to be NES and SNES. So we'll see that they could possibly talk more about online during E3 as well.
So what about like all right? So last thing for Nintendo, what kind of surprise should we like? I feel like that all this stuff has been out there talked about for a while. They gotta have something up their sleeve to kind of like maybe a Star Fox game, like maybe Pikmin,
Mother 4
or Mother 4, yeah, Mother 4, yeah.
I heard Paper Mario could be
Yeah.
a possibility. I mean, I know a lot of people like Paper Mario. I don't. I mean, honestly, I'm hoping that there is something that we just aren't prepared for. Like, whoa, awesome.
There's always a few surprises.
Yeah, there always is. All right, so Nintendo, I think that it sounds like there's a lot of opportunity there.
No.
So we'll see what they do. Anyway, so now on to Microsoft. So what do we think, guys? New Halo?
New Gears of War.
New Gears of War. Yeah, and what else leaked? Apparently they leaked some
Walmart put up a
titles to
listing
Walmart,
of some games that like had tentative like release dates and stuff like that. People screenshotted it. Walmart took it down almost immediately. Companies were getting upset on Twitter about everything. So whether or not, I mean, I could see people getting really upset if these were going to be like huge surprises for E3, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know if any of this is true. It's like, because Metroid, Metroid was one of those games, and I really don't think that's coming out. Like, I mean, maybe 2019. I don't know. But like, I don't like. They talked about Gears of War. I don't know if they talked about Halo.
Yeah.
Well, as sure as the sun's gonna rise tomorrow, they're gonna make a new Halo game eventually. They're gonna make a new Gears of War game.
Battle Royale style.
Is it? Is it coming this year? Who can say? I don't know. I admittedly don't follow Microsoft franchises as much as I used to. But I did really get into Gears of War back in the day. I loved the Horde mode. I loved the co-op. I had friends I would go through the co-op campaign with. I mean, I really like the franchise, and I could definitely be interested in a new Gears of War game.
That was definitely like a Resident Evil 4 game playing with friends. It was just like...
Because we played a lot of them, like a lot of the...
Oh yeah, we played them a lot.
Yeah, I think...
I mean, like...
I don't know if we played all of them, but we played the majority of them.
What lured me to get an Xbox, which I really didn't want to get at first, was actually Mistwalker. Hironobu Sakaguchi's company, who signed on with Microsoft back on the first Xbox. And he made Lost Odyssey and Blue Dragon. And I like those games. They didn't blow me away, but they've harkened back to the older Final Fantasy formula, and I wonder if they have something in the mix, because there's no I'm not sold on the Xbox. I'm sorry, right now.
Side,
Yeah.
you know, it's interesting you mentioned Lost Odyssey. 'Cause
Yeah.
That's one of my sort of RPG, you know, RPGs that I forgot. It was it's
Yeah.
very well respected and well reviewed and loved, and I just never got around to playing it. It's on the list. I don't know how I'll ever get around to playing it now, but I've heard good things about that. Anyway, it's neither here nor there, I guess. But you know, that's a good point. The pretty Microsoft has always been very RPG like they don't have a lot of RPGs.
Yeah. Like I played Xbox games with you. I played Halo. I played Gears of War, and I played Skate. Like that's what I originally played Skate on because my friend and that Scat had it, and that's how we played. But I don't know. Nothing's really like grabbed me in order to like get that instead of like a PlayStation. I'm excited to see what they release. I also know that when I first saw the floor plans, it looked like they had no space at all.
Oh,
and I was
no.
very concerned that they were like not having a big showing, and then apparently they've rented out a theater, and it's like their show floor area is not as big because they have a whole nother area where they're doing stuff.
I saw the map, and I was pleased to see, this is a good segue into PS4, that I saw that Square's booth size is bigger than all of Microsoft's, and I was like, man, they gotta have some cool stuff. But I mean, but yeah, real quick with Microsoft, is there anything they can do? Is there anything like they could surprise you with to bring you back on board?
I mean,
Skate franchise exclusive to Xbox.
some type of exclusive.
Yeah.
New IP would do it for me. I know, Skate sequel.
Maybe a
would definitely do it for you.
Mistwalker style RPG, but I don't know, like.
If you said man, if they made Skate only for Xbox, oh man, I would have to buy that stupid thing.
Yeah.
But whatever, I would like it. Xbox cool. Yeah.
But yeah, so let's move on to what, in my opinion, I think will be probably the most ridiculous show, which will be Sony and their potential lineup for what's coming up. So, I mean, right off the bat, let's just speculate like crazy. Any chance they'll announce the PS5 and release it this Christmas?
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know dev kits have gone out. People are reporting that dev kits have gone out to
They went out for a little while
the
ago.
game development studios pretty widely, pretty far and wide. So the fact that they just recently got them within the last few months, I think, is probably fair to say. I mean, they haven't had them for that long. You know, games are probably at least a year out. So I mean, I'd be shocked if you saw the PS5. I'd be shocked if you saw the PS5 before, summer 2019 at the absolute earliest, but Christmas, the holidays, 2019 is probably a little bit more.
I think that's what they're aiming for.
I was thinking 2020, but I mean, if you all think 2019, that's cool.
I think 2019 might even be optimistic.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. 2020 I feel like that'd be an awesome year. Like, we released it in 2020. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, it has a nice ring to it.
Yeah, the marketers would have a little bit of an easier time with the.
I honestly
the
feel
advertising.
like in 2019 it would have been 6 years since they released the PS4, and I think that in this this generation where consoles just keep coming one after the other, they came out the PS4 Pro, then they had the Xbox One S.
Well, there's
X.
the One X and then there's the One.
The One X. The X was the elite one for $500, right?
Yeah, the X.
Yeah. So I feel like then the Switch came out, and then the next I think will probably be a PlayStation 5.
Yep.
So
Just
that'll be
gonna jump
interesting.
right to 6.
Right,
Skip
yeah,
it
right to
5.
6.
Skip it
Yeah. Do it. Apple did with the iPhone.
Well,
Fuck
there's I think it's
we're good.
PlayStation 9 or something. They had a commercial way back in the day. It was like you absorbed it.
I remember seeing that. Yeah.
that was an amazing commercial.
That was
but
cool.
we're a little further.
Everyone
away.
was you can see outside his window. Everyone's flying around in the sky Fifth Element style.
Yeah.
That
was a great commercial.
Dude, so what's pretty much all but confirmed to be there is The Last of Us 2 and probably playable. That's what we've heard.
Probably.
Yeah.
So that'll be a big moment, to see what Naughty Dog's doing next, because Last of Us, man, how do you top that game?
They had
Frankly,
that one
that's
trailer.
They've got their work cut out.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
They had that one trailer that a lot of people were like is crazy violent, and then I think they even came out and said, well, that's not the game.
Well, and it's did you play the first game?
Right.
Well,
so
yeah.
I'm just excited to see. I'm excited to know more about that game because I think we've all been waiting.
I mean, I could literally not look at any promotional anything for that game, any trailers, anything else between now and release. It's a day one buy for me.
Oh yeah, same.
Without a doubt.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like I mean, I'm excited because I feel like there's still a lot of day one games to come for PS4.
Yeah.
Like maybe we're gonna get Bloodborne 2 or the next Soulsborne game because they did have that teaser earlier in the year, or was that late last year?
Was
that
the Video Game
PSX?
Awards?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah.
I
when
think
was
it
that?
was late last year. I think it was PSX
It might have been
2017, which was in December.
They
last
showed
year.
that little blip, and that was it. Like it was like a 10-second video of just like
Just
things-
from
Yeah,
software style stuff.
Yeah, and like you had no idea what it was, but I mean you could guess it's Bloodborne.
Something within the Souls.
But isn't Souls
Bloodborne.
done? I thought Souls was done.
Supposedly.
Yeah, I mean they could bring
But,
it
you
back,
know,
but I mean
Halo was done too once upon a
Yeah,
time.
or it could be something like completely different. Like, what could it be?
Yeah.
So,
That'd
but
be
it
cool,
is
too.
Miyazaki's next game.
But
the
they
big
have,
Dark
you know,
Souls.
from Bloodborne to Dark Souls, all the way back to the Kingsfield games that they made, like way back in the early PlayStation days. They've always kind of had that common thread of ultra hard, third person
yeah.
sort of adventure games. I don't see them really deviating too much from that tried and true formula.
That's like their bread and butter.
So
too,
it's their
From
bread and butter.
Software.
So they're gonna do
Yeah.
something like that, whether or not it's like a new IP or it's tangentially related to Bloodborne or Souls. Who knows? But if it's not in one of those series, I'm sure it's gonna, you know, look a lot like one of those.
For
series.
sure. And also, by the way, the longest Souls game in development up to this point. So, or whatever game it may be. They've been working on it for. Bloodborne came out in 2015, so 3 years, I'd say. And so we probably will see something.
Well, Souls 3 came out. So.
In 2016. Oh, you're right. But yeah, you're right. Another huge day one game for me, I think most of us, would be Death Stranding.
even though
Which,
we
like,
know nothing
no one
about
like
it.
that's another one.
Death Stranding.
That's the funny thing because like Last of Us, you kind of expect what the gameplay is going to be like,
Right.
but with like Death Stranding, what is this? So,
Maybe we'll understand something. this
yeah,
time.
but like I feel like if they're going to show it, they're going to have to show the gameplay and
Oh,
like
yeah.
it, like have a big ass reveal trailer for how it's going to play, and like man, with that team and like you know Kojima having a project completely under his control is pretty cool.
How much of how many of the ideas from Silent Hills do you think are gonna make it into Death Stranding? Do you think any of them will make it in there?
I mean,
There's gonna be some transference.
I would hope so, and I feel that you know Guillermo del Toro, Norman Reedus, and Kojima would say like, man, there are a lot of people who really want a PT, so we got to give them some of that in Death Stranding. So, yeah, and it's crazy that'll be the first like real Kojima game in a long time. So
Yeah.
please show it. We would love that.
Yep.
Yep. All right, now here is one that I am praying they show because I will freak out. Is the Resident Evil 2 remake, and we've talked about this before, but my favorite original PlayStation 1 Resident Evil game. And man, if they reveal this, because apparently it's been in production for about 3 years now.
And then there was a tweet from someone involved in the production. It was like, yes, well, you know, it's coming soon, whatever soon means.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So does that mean we'll see something at E3?
I
would
mean,
expect to.
like if they're gonna reveal it, why not at E3?
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
like, that's the
makes no
thing.
sense.
Yeah, like you have the biggest spotlight. So, man, to see that game like re-realize and like just, but like I'm a little nervous too because I wonder the direction they're gonna take it in. So, I don't know. And Harrison's never played it before.
No.
Loser. Anyway, so next is one that the rumor mill is churning big time and saying is going to be at E3, which is Cyberpunk 2077, which is
CD Projekt Red's follow-up to Witcher 3.
Witcher 3, exactly. And so, needless to say, stakes are very high for them.
And there's not really been a whole lot of information out there about this game
Mm-hmm.
for a couple years now. Really, anything at all since they announced it initially.
I think it's another one of those games that's been in development for like 3 or 4 years.
So
that-
why does anyone think we're going to see it at E3? There's, I think, like one piece of evidence was Amazon updated like pre-order ship dates to April of next year. That happened, for whatever that's worth, but I don't think there's anything else, you know, to indicate we might see it this year. at E3? I definitely hope we do, but
Yeah.
I feel like that's going to be optimistic.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, all of this that we've gone through would be like some top shelf shit. So,
Yeah.
And these are hopes and dreams. And if they show all of this, I think that we'll be very happy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that'd be
Yes.
cool. And we haven't even got to the juice yet, which is that they announced that Square Enix is having their own conference for the first time since 2015, when they first announced the Final Fantasy VII Remake. And also, there was an interview recently that was like a radio interview in Japan that so it's semi-alleged because somebody translated this interview and posted it on the livestream.net forums, and it broke down a lot of design changes and kind of the layout for the game. So it seems like they're chatting about the game now, and they might be kind of planting the seeds to show a trailer. And why would they bring it up and have these interviews just a month out before E3? Would you just or to majorly disappoint people who are looking forward to it,
Right.
So anyway, so they're gonna have their conference, and I think that they're probably gonna bring a lot of their mid-tier games to the conference, and the main Sony show will probably be Kingdom Hearts 3, which we expect the release date.
I would hope that
They would have to. Yeah. The delayed. What if it just wrote delayed?
2019.
No, it didn't have a year. It just said delayed. No, with all honesty, I know we're hard on Kingdom Hearts. They've been working their asses off on it for 5 years now, so it's time to release it. So I expect that this will be one of the biggest games of the year for me. And
Do you think they'll talk about Octopath Traveler?
Maybe at conference briefly.
I think at their conference
Yeah, the
they'll talk
conference,
about.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely, absolutely, because that comes out in the summer. But yeah, dude, that Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm excited for. Yeah. But the big speculation is on: are they going to show the remake at the Sony press conference? And how do they show it? Are they going to reveal its format? Are they going to show it's a trilogy? Are they going to fully lay out what it is? So,
how would you react if they showed a playable demo?
I mean, that would be
just give us your reaction to that.
I don't know, but that would be like a
a
hallelujah moment that I think would just kill all of this anxiety about Square taking forever on those games. Because there's some pessimism out there about Square lately about how vague and how long they take to make their games, but because I think they're beloved franchises and everybody puts them under a microscope, so it's just the nature of things. But if they bring it with these games, like with Kingdom Hearts 3, that would be really cool. So and maybe a surprise Chrono Break. Yeah, that's good.
We're definitely getting Mother 4 and Chrono Break.
Yeah, Chrono Break. Yeah, those are
You heard it here first.
You
heard it here first.
Yeah. Didn't they trademark that in 2002, after Chrono Cross came out? So.
Right. Yes.
Man, if they got that franchise back, that'd be awesome. But maybe they'll have a surprise too.
Yeah.
I feel like they will. Maybe not a next level surprise. If they showed the 16 trailer, that would be a monumental moment.
Yeah, that'd
right?
be crazy.
So that's our show. So we're very excited about E3.
What are you looking forward to?
Yeah.
Comment,
subscribe,
hit the bell,
Yeah.
notifications.
So, but real quick, so what would you want to see most at E3? Just your dream fantasy, Mother 3,
Well, I mean,
Mother 4.
out of everything listed, probably Resident Evil
2 remake. Yeah.
It's the game on the list I know the least about.
Okay, that would just like to see. Gotcha. What about you?
Pokemon.
Yep. For me, it would probably be Gears 5. I mean, the Final Fantasy VII remake trailer. Anyways, so we'll see you guys soon.
Yeah.
Bye.